Hey grade 12s, cool. So if Doppler is getting a bit confusing, we're about to break down question 7 of the June 2025 physics paper so that we can see how to approach it, understand the Doppler effect and how to link it to the formula as well as the application of the formula itself. So it is quite a small section, so let's jump right in. So question 7 says, a hawk emits a sound at a frequency of 90 hertz. The speed of sound in air is taken as 340 meters per second to the -1. 7.1 says, state the Doppler effect in words. So this one is quite a weird one as far as the wording, but if we rewrite this formula here, we can help link it to the formula. So I'm just going to write down the formula so long. So we have the formula here, we have the frequency of the listener. This equals the velocity of the medium plus or minus the velocity of the listener divided by the velocity of the medium plus or minus the velocity of the source. And this is all multiplied by the frequency of the source. Okay, and with that being said, let's write down the Doppler effect, because the Doppler effect is the change in frequency. So it is the change in frequency, the difference between the frequency of the source and the frequency of the listener, detected by a listener, because the source and the listener, so the source and the listener have different velocities, this guy and this guy, they have different velocities relative to the medium of sound propagation. And the medium of sound propagation is just whether it is traveling through air or through water or through steel, and the speed of sound through that medium. So all this means is that because two different objects are moving relative to each other, the frequency experienced by the listener might be more or less than the source. So for this example, we have a hawk emitting a frequency, but if it is flying towards us, we will hear a higher pitch, like an ambulance if it is driving towards you. But if it is flying away from us, it might be emitting a frequency of 90 hertz, but we will hear it as a lower frequency because it is flying away from us. So this is the change in frequency, the difference in frequency detected by a listener, because the source and the listener have different velocities, are moving either towards or away from each other. That is where the plus and the minus comes in, relative to the medium of sound propagation. We are just adding or subtracting the velocity of the listener and the source from the speed of sound in air or in water, depending on which medium we are listening in. Okay, so that is the Doppler effect in words, and that has just earned us 2 marks over there. Quite a weird phrasing, but if we can link it to the formula, it makes it a lot easier for us to understand the words and what is happening here. Cool. 7.2 says, a stationary observer, okay, so this person has no velocity, hears the sound at 88 hertz. Is the hawk flying towards or away from the observer? So this is what we were discussing just now. The fact that the hawk actually emits a frequency of 90 hertz, but the stationary observer hears it at a lower frequency, a lower sound. The hawk is then therefore flying away, because if it was flying towards, we would hear it as a higher pitch. So our answer here for 1 mark, this question is just helping us set up the correct plus and minus signs in 7.3 in our formula here. For 1 mark over here, we just have to say away. Cool. So we just earned 1 mark over there. So 7.3 over here says calculate the speed at which the hawk is flying. So this is 5 marks. We get 1 mark for writing this formula down. So just off the bat, we earned 1 mark over there. And then we can go ahead and plug in all the values here and then solve for the speed of the source over here, considering the source is the thing emitting the frequency. So the frequency that the listener perceives is 88 over here, because that is the frequency that the observer is hearing. The velocity of the medium that was given to us as 340 meters per second to the -1. And now we need to see, is there a velocity of the listener? The listener was stationary, which means we can add or subtract 0. It doesn't matter whether it's a positive or a negative, because the listener is stationary. Okay, and then once again, the velocity of the medium is 340 because that was given to us, and then the velocity of the source is plus vs over there. And the reason we make this a plus and not a minus is because the source is flying away, which means we are going to have a bigger value at the bottom. Dividing by a bigger number at the bottom will make the frequency that the listener perceives smaller than the frequency of the sound source, because the sound source frequency is 90 over here. But what we can see is that the source is 90, but the perceived frequency is 88, which means we have to divide by a bigger number here in order to get a smaller number here, because the frequency the listener perceives is indirectly proportional to the velocity of the source. So if we subtract this answer will end up being bigger because of the ratio here of 340 over whatever is at the bottom here. So if we end up adding this, we are taking 340 divided by, let's say, 350, for example. Then we have 0.95, for example, and then 0.95 multiplied by 90 will give us 88. But that is the reason we have to add the velocity of the source at the bottom and not subtract it. Considering we have two options here, we can either add it or we can subtract it. So a nice way to double check that is to see whether this is directly proportional to the listener or not, and to see whether this will make this value smaller by increasing it, or whether if we subtract it, it will make this guy bigger because we are dividing by a smaller number. At this stage, we have plugged this in. We want to solve the Vs, and then once again, we're multiplying the frequency of the source by 90 over there. So we can just go ahead and simplify some things. So we can take our 90 over and divide it. So we can have 88 divided by 90 over here, and then 340 plus 0 is 340, and then 340 plus Vs is still at the bottom there. We can then go ahead and cross multiply. So we can take the 340 plus Vs to the top. We can multiply the 90 up to join the 340, and then we can bring this 88 down to the bottom to divide the 340 and the 90. So we took these two guys up top left, we took the 90 up top right, and we took the 88 down bottom. So we now at this stage can take the 340 over. So we have 340 multiplied by 90 divided by 88, subtracting 340 over here. And then at this stage we have Vs left by itself on the left side, and we can just plug this into our calculator and we will have our final answer for the velocity of the source. And our final answer is 7,73 meters per second to the -1. Cool. So that just earned us 5 marks for 7.3 and 8 marks for this whole section. Great job, guys. Let me know if there are any questions in the comments below, and otherwise I will see you in the next video.